Yo, what's up, mate? What's up, YouTube family? This is Talking Crazy 83 back again with another episode for you. Do you really know yourself? Do people think they know you? Every day when I wake up, look at YouTube and read articles in the news, I don't even know myself. But we're going to find out today. Later on today, I'm going to take you on a tour of Shot Vernon, where I used to work, the area I used to work in, the hellhole, as I call it, because it was a fucking hellhole. You're gonna see up front in plain view of the government plantation, welfare plantation that have done the black folks, black Americans. But I wanted to get at you today on this beautiful Saturday morning is that something that was on my mind for the past week. And a couple of people have mentioned it and mentioned this subject about at least over 80% of black American women are single mothers and have multiple children. But let's ask yourself this question. Are these women marriage material? Are they desirable? I'm going to be honest with you. I've dated a few single mothers. And especially the ones with multiple children. I've done that. It wasn't my cup of tea. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm a guy that has no children. And why the fuck would I want to marry? And I realized something. When I was with these women, I ended up we didn't split the bill on anything, especially regarding her children, her children. I ended up paying more than half my share. And I got to hear stories about how this nigga was a no good nigger, that they always get into it. It's never a happy medium with their exes, especially with their children's father. It's never happy about it. So I decided to do some Google some articles, and this was an article back in 2010. Black struggle with 72% unwed mother rate. Now, the article was right on point. I mean, you got a sister here who is an obstetrician, who down in Houston, Texas, who's encouraging young people, young single mothers, to get married to one another. And I can understand why that there's a pathology, because we are trained from when we were young that to get married to someone is worse than having a baby with someone. I hear it all the time. I'm 38 years old, and people look at me cross-eyed like something's wrong with me, that I don't have at least one child. And I'm like, look, I'm not married. Why the fuck would I want to have children out of wedlock? Why would I want to put that burden on me? And yes, it's a burden. Children are a burden. They're not angels. They are a burden, because let me tell you something. You're going to end up paying for these children, whether they're your child or they're not your child. Whether you're dating a woman with children, she's going to look at you. She's going to look at you as the main provider. And there's something seriously wrong with a community that values having children out of wedlock rather than marriage. Let's take Nia Long, for instance. Now, you would think that this was a very, very good actress. You would think that she's a classy lady. I think she is very classy. I certainly think that apparently for the most part of I don't know her personally, but it's come to my attention that she was on Ebony magazine pregnant, but not even married to the guy. And the guy is probably not even on her level. That's another common thing about these black celebrities, black female celebrities. They either have babies or get married to someone that's less than them, or less than what they have. Nobody. And it's permeating into our community. See, these women, let's take what I read in the article. There was a young lady who was working as a full-time fast food manager, starting classes, but she has 4 children by 3 different niggas with no husband. Okay? I mean, listen, let me tell you something. When I'm reading this article, I'm going to post this article in the description box. I want you guys to read this article. Now, when she had her first child, she fell in love. Her fiance was a drug addict who came into the house one night and started shooting at her and the baby. And the nigga is serving a 60-year prison sentence. Now, the other guy, then one is not enough. After going through all that holy hell, she wouldn't think that, okay, maybe it's just me. Maybe I made a mistake with this no good nigga. Maybe I should just concentrate on raising this one child and think of and getting my career on track and just raising my child up without this nigga, with this nigga in prison. But no, she went ahead and had baby number 2 and 3 with a nigga that she didn't even like. She had nothing good to say about him. See, it's so funny that these women, they never have anything good to say about the man that they were sleeping, that they had children with. But imagine before, they were all happy. They were all in love. She was throwing out the pussy to this nigga. But she had nothing. What happened beforehand? What happened before? You couldn't take the pill? He wasn't wearing a condom? You didn't, but bitch, you didn't take the pill or any of those birth control methods. The 20 birth control methods that's available to you. That's your fault. And and also now, currently, well, this is 2010, but at that time, the father of the 4th child, she states that he's around, and he helps with all the kids. Yeah. Well, let's fast forward to 2012. That nigga ain't around. He said, fuck it, I ain't around. I ain't marrying this bitch. Now, listen, let me ask you guys a question. Do you think that a woman that has 4 kids by 3 different niggas, let me rephrase. You think a woman that had children by 4 children with 3 different men is marriage material? I don't think so. And the only thing that she has to say about her situation is that she doesn't see marriage in the future. Well, who would want to take on 4 kids, but a woman with 4 kids? Not me. I ain't breaking down her door. I don't care. I don't care if she looks like I don't care if she looks like Pam Grier back in the 70s. I don't care. I ain't marrying no woman with 4 kids. I might use up a whole box of condoms, and I know you fellas out there would. You would have to. You would have to wear condoms with a woman like this. I mean, come on, man. She has no discretion. She has no thought process of responsibility. I mean, and she's not thinking of her kids. She's damaging those kids. Excuse me. She's damaging her children. I mean, I can't imagine how these children are feeling that their mother decided to have me as a child without a man in my life in my life, and not only that I got to deal with 2 different men. See, that the father of the unborn child at that time, he's going to value his child more than the other 3 children. She thinks that he wouldn't, but yeah, he will. Trust me, he will. And the only thing she has to, well, let me go back. It's another thing. She says that it's another obligation that I don't need. A good man is hard to find nowadays. Well, honey, I think you should really lay off the men. I think you really should. I think women like this should really lay off the men. Because let me tell you something. From a guy who's dated single mothers, we look at them as easier. We look at them as easier to get to. And I hate to say it because it's true. I mean, I'm not looking to marry her. I mean, listen, I can admit that I was in love in my Birch Mess Me Up series, I was in love with this woman, but she only had 1 child. See, I'm not saying that there's a one size fits all. Whatever's good for you is good for you, baby. I'm not telling you what to do. But if it was me, I'm 38 years old. I can deal with a woman with only 1 child. I'm not dating now. I'm not dating. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not dating. Trust me, I'm not looking for a woman right now. I already got a woman. I'm cool. I'm cool with that. But I'm telling you right now, fellas, and this is just my advice to you. If anything, just avoid dating women with children because they lack judgment. And women like this lack a lot of judgment. Somewhere in their pathology, they lack judgment. To go out, not just to say, okay, fine, I'm going to just concentrate on raising this 1 child, but instead of doing that, they just bring other people into their home, other men in their home, and the children has to see these different niggas come in and out, using their mama up, because that's what you're doing. That's what they're doing, and that's one of the reasons why I don't think that I would never date another single mother again, ever again. Unless their children are grown and out of the house, because I'm old. I'm an old man now. So, well, I'm not looking for a woman now. I'm cool. But I'm just saying, if I was single and if I happen to manage to find someone my age or a little older who has kids, with grown kids, I can deal with it because those grown kids are grown, out of the house, living their own life. That's what they should be doing. They shouldn't be living under their mama. They should be out in the world doing what they got to do to survive in this cold, hard world. In this cold, hard world. In this cold, hard world. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I can't sing. I shouldn't. Don't worry, I'm not going to audition for American Idol anytime soon. I'm cool. But anyway. But fellas, if you read this article, you 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 get a sense that where our community is going. Our community is going down in the toilets, where even the professional women are, black professional women are just popping out children without no man or marriage in sight. It's, to me, it's disturbing. To me, it's gone into the dysfunctional. A black community has gone into some certain dysfunction, and I can understand why guys like me want to move away, hop the fence. I'm telling brothers to just go ahead, get your passports, and get the fuck out of here. You know, but those who don't have the means, well, I guess you would have to deal with it. I know I won't. I'm not gonna deal with it. I'm too old for this shit. But anyway, let me go ahead and get ready for my trip to Mount Vernon, New York. And I'm gonna I'm going to go take you on a tour of the plantation of Mount Vernon. Show you guys what I had to put up with it on a daily basis. Well, listen, I gotta run. I'll be back. This is Talking Crazy 83, and I am out of here, people.